So, since the last presidential debate, one of the main stories in the media has been the Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio. This is because statements made by Donald Trump at the presidential debate with Kamala Harris. Let's look at that right now.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify.
So we're going to take a deeper look into what is happening with the Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio today. Are they really eating dogs and cats? Hi, my name is Joshua Simone, and the ministry is called Torn Curtain. I will be covering all things Christian in culture, news, politics, and much more. So hit subscribe today. 87% of my audience has not subscribed, and that would help to really grow this channel. So African-American pastor Alton Williams, who I've covered in the past, is doing some really great preaching in America right now. I suggest you follow his ministry on YouTube. He decided to address this topic in his recent Sunday sermon. So let's take a look at what he said.
When I saw the debate the other night, and I heard what President Trump talked about eating cats and dogs, I thought he had gotten senile. But there are things that people don't know and understand, and the media won't tell you nothing. It sounded crazy, but it's true. Yes, it's true.
Okay, so we're going to see Pastor Alton's whole sermon clip in a little bit. But I, like Pastor Alton, too, was shaking my head when Trump made these claims at the debate. I just had my hands on my face saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe he said that. I yelled at the TV, why would he say something like that out loud? And I think you're going to be shocked to find out what Pastor Alton Williams reveals about this subject. So you're going to want to stick with me to the end to see what he has to say. And we're going to find out there is some truth to these claims. And there are spiritual realities behind all of this as well. So first off, what is going on in Springfield, Ohio? First off, I want to say that I don't want to come across as anti-migrant. I live in Queens, New York City, which is the most ethnically diverse region in the world, and I love people from all cultures and nationalities. My father had a local business in our community for 50 years, and a majority of our customers were non-white from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. So I've had so many good experiences with these cultures and these communities from various islands. Many of these people are church-going, God-fearing people who have wonderful faiths. However, what Pastor Alton Williams is going to reveal is the dark reality behind this story with the dogs and the cats, which I wasn't aware of. I do find the migrant crisis to be the worst failure in American history. It's really upsetting on so many levels. But I'm not upset with the migrants themselves. I'm not upset with them wanting to have a better life for themselves. I'm more upset with the politicians. Well, this country has had open borders for the last 3 years, and they've brought in thousands of Haitian migrants to a town in Springfield, Ohio. The 2020 census estimated that there's about 60,000 people in this community, so it's not a large percentage of the community, and that only 2% of the city's population was born outside of the United States. Now, in the last 3 years, they brought in between 12 and 15 migrants are living in Springfield. And majority of that group, around 10,000 to 12,000, are Haitian. So Springfield's population has grown by over 25%. And the town has had a hard time adjusting to all of these realities, putting in a bunch of people from a different culture that makes up 1/4 of their population. But let's first take a look at the whole clip of the presidential debate and what him and Harris were talking about.
to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from television.
But the people on television saying their
manager.
Dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that.
Okay, so you're seeing Vice President Kamala Harris rolling her eyes, kind of looking at Donald Trump like he's totally crazy, and the debate moderators pushing back on all of these claims. And so did all of the rest of the mainstream media, by the way, kind of just looked at this like this was ridiculous. But it's important to note, as the debate moderator said, that the town manager is denying all of these claims. But what would you expect the town manager to do? Of course they're going to deny the claims. What town is going to want the public to think that something like this could actually be true? It'll actually push people away from moving there. So of course they're going to deny it. Well, all of this caused a firestorm on social media with all sorts of videos racking up millions of views. Let me just play one of the parodies for you. So I can't play the sound because I don't want to get copyrighted on this, but you could see these videos that people were making with the dogs and cats and President Trump dancing in the background. They put in beats, and he's just saying they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cats, eat the cats in the background. And basically, yeah, so social media had a really, really funny time with all of this cat playing the piano in the background. And there's just a social media firestorm with all of this. Now, as much as people are making this into a joke, this is probably not something to joke around. If you've had a pet, you understand that they become a real member of your family. I know that I had 2 cats and a dog, and I wouldn't want to see any of them harmed or kidnapped in any situation like that. It would be very upsetting. But this firestorm coverage started all because a black woman was caught actually eating a cat on camera. And she was eating a cat not in Springfield, but in Canton, Ohio. It's important to note that she isn't a Haitian immigrant, but she's a United States citizen. But this went viral online, and we're going to take a look at it. I can't play the part with her eating the cat because YouTube will take the video down, but we'll take a look at the arrest camera footage.
August 16th, Canton police responded to disturbing 911 calls.
She killed the cat and is eating it.
Multiple people reported 27-year-old Alexis Ferrell was eating a cat on the 1100 block of 13th Street Southeast in Canton.
Stand up.
Officers on scene placed Ferrell in handcuffs as a crowd of onlookers watched.
Put your hands behind your back. Someone got rubber gloves. She's covered in blood.
Police believe she killed the cat before eating it. One writing they saw blood on Alexis's feet, hands, and fur on her lips.
But the people around here knew her. They like, Alexis, get up. Like, what is you doing? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, they know for sure that wasn't her right mind.
Neighbors recall it as a deeply unsettling night for their neighborhood, speculating Ferrell may have been on drugs or experiencing a mental health crisis. Now, Alexis Ferrell is in jail today. She's being held on a $100,000 bond, and she's facing multiple charges, including disorderly conduct and cruelty to animals. Now, Canton police say they have nothing to share on this today with us. It's important to note that voter records do show Alexis Ferrell is not a Haitian immigrant. She is a U.S. citizen.
Okay, so there was a story of a woman really eating a cat. So as crazy as this might have sounded to the debaters and to Kamala Harris, this story broke headlines and went viral all over the internet. And they do have a video showing her eating a cat as the police arrived at the scene. Okay, so she's on the ground and she has the cat up to her mouth. Now, again, I couldn't play this, but it is out there if you're interested to see it. But they also had another story that went viral. There was a man pictured with some geese, and this also set the internet on fire. Let me bring that up. So this was a picture of a Haitian migrant that was holding some geese and walking around with it. And this caused many people to think that he was going to eat these pets. But then he further clarified with the media. It turns out this man was holding these geese because they were hit by a car, and he was going to take them home to properly bury them and get them out of the way. Okay, so there were some reports that geese and swans and ducks were going missing from a lot of the local parks. But this particular gentleman was just trying to do the right thing and expose of them. He happened to be Haitian in all of this, so turned into be quite a story, but he was not eating these animals. Then after this story broke, there were many reporting in Springfield that dogs and cats had gone missing. And there was quite a few claims like this. Again, the town manager denied that any of this was happening, but you saw these videos going with reporters going around Springfield, actually going up doing interview, and people were stating on camera that many of their dogs and cats had gone missing. So what is really the truth about what is happening here? The mainstream media is denying it. They find it almost laughable in many cases, but Pastor Alton Williams is going to tell the truth here about what is really happening that I think is going to be pretty eye-opening. Let's listen to his sermon clip.
When I saw the debate the other night, and I heard what President Trump talked about eating cats and dogs, I thought he had gotten senile. But there are things that people don't know and understand that he was strategically trying to put out. The illegal immigration policies that are going on in this nation is getting ready to reshape America like never before. And y'all don't see it because you got a corrupt media that won't tell you the truth. They are bringing millions of people into this country, and they are shipping them around to different cities all over the United States, and the media won't tell you nothing. It sounded crazy, but it's true. Yes, it's true. Because people don't understand voodoo culture. Haitians come out of Haiti, which is a strong voodoo culture. And the reason it's going to be a prophecy, they got you thinking race. He just hate them black folk. No, it's about culture. Even the Venezuelan gangs are bringing their culture to our nation, and they are taking over cities right now, and the police can't do nothing with them. So every time anything come up about anything black folk, we always accuse it to be about race. No, it's culture. Voodoo culture requires sacrifice. In other words, bring me an animal, and that represents you, and I want you to lay it on the altar and give it to me as a sacrifice. But in voodoo, you eat the animals that you bring to the sacrifice. This is what the media ain't gonna tell you. I got a Haitian pastor because we helped to build a church over in Haiti, and he has enlightened me on different cultures. Yes, they get those animals because they need them for sacrifice. They kill the animals, and then they are taught that if you eat the animal, you will get more power inside of you. And so they eat the animals, and demons are the ones that come on the inside. I'm preaching up in here today. I'm preaching up here. They don't tell you that in the media because they're trying to hide it. They don't want you to see it because they don't want the people to become alert to what's happening, where they're spreading these people all over the country. Springfield, Ohio ain't got but 67,000 people, but they brought in 15,000 migrants from Haiti that will change the culture in that city. They are getting people's pets and killing them for their own sacrifice because that was the culture in Haiti. It is true. And he was smart enough to put it out because he knew it would make people start going to talk about it and start looking. So whether or not you hate him or not, it's the truth.
Okay, so you're seeing there an African-American pastor talking about this, saying that this is true from his pastor friends that he has down in Haiti, that they will do things like kill the animal and eat it to gain supernatural power. Now, I know this seems ridiculous to the modern mind, that how could someone do this? But I started doing some research about all of this and saw many different videos that I couldn't play for you of people either eating particular animals or taking them alive and drinking the blood out of the animal. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but it does seem that there is some truth to this story about what's going on in Springfield, Ohio. And again, this is not about race. I think this is about culture, as the pastor was saying, and we're talking about it, we're calling it out because this is a pretty serious situation. So this is not about race. This is something that's going on in the culture, and we're talking about it. It doesn't matter if the person was white, black, green, or yellow. But many are unaware that the Haitian culture has a strong supernatural dimensional element to it, okay, especially in the voodoo culture. And they do animal sacrifices and spiritual rituals that rely around animals, okay? So it's important to note that I don't think that these incidences are widespread, that this is going on at scale. And there has not been any direct evidence of Haitian migrants doing this that I'm aware of directly. Okay. Now, there was an image that went viral with a Springfield resident barbecuing some cats, but we don't have any more information on that case and who did it. So I'm not going to report on that. But I think it's important to note that the woman who was eating the cat was not a Haitian immigrant, but an American citizen, and she seemed to just be having a psychiatric episode. Okay. And the man holding the ducks in the picture that I saw was not going to eat them. Okay, so these stories went viral. It spread misinformation. It was fake news to a certain extent. However, what Pastor Alton Williams stated was animal sacrifices do happen, and they do happen in Haitian culture, and they do eat animals in some cases. And it's important that an African American spoke up on this issue to address his own culture. Okay, so I think that's very bold of him to do this. But again, these incidences I wouldn't think are widespread, and I don't think we have any direct evidence of any of the migrants doing this themselves. However, there have been many reports circulating on social media that people are missing pets. But these type situations do happen. And the darker reality here is witchcraft. And witchcraft is real, folks. It is true. There are many that practice witchcraft, even in American culture, okay? And there are various forms that people practice the occult. I know in New York City here, among Latin Americans, basically Santeria is very popular. These things all have supernatural aspects to it. They include blood and sacrifices, etc. Witchcraft is real, and it's happening in a town near you. I have a series of parks by my house, and I have personally witnessed various people practicing occult-like practices in this area. They do this at nighttime in the guise of darkness, and they do sacrifice animals. I have seen the dead carcasses of animals in my own area, and until you see it yourself, it's very hard to believe. But the occult is true, whether it's Satanism, whether it's voodoo, that they are doing this stuff, that they are sacrificing idols. I remember one time I was taking a walk in the park, and it happened to be very late at night in the back of the park, and I saw a 30-foot pentagram lit up and dozens of worshipers all worshiping Satan and the occult. And I said, God, this is happening right in my area. Could you believe this? And again, it's done in the dark. So a lot of people don't think stuff like this happen. I was just totally shocked. I couldn't even believe it. And then I ran into some of them and I said, whoa, they were dressed in robes and everything. And one of them had a cage. So I know that there was an animal involved in all of this. Whether they sacrificed the animal, I'm not sure. But things like this do happen. And so I think this is why the media made Trump to sound like a crazy man, look like a loony bin. I know initially I thought he was totally crazy. But it should be noted that these type of behaviors are probably fringe behaviors, not widespread. But they do happen, okay? So comment down below with your thoughts and questions and what you think about the whole situation. I'll do my best to reply in the first few comments that come in. But I can't reply to every comment at this point. If you'd like to support the channel so I can continue to make videos like this in the future, I'd really appreciate it. You can hit the give button right on YouTube or go in the video description to find out how to give a one-time donation via PayPal or Zelle. If you really, really love the content, then consider becoming a monthly partner. You can do that by hitting the join button on YouTube or go to Patreon. Monthly partners will get extra perks, contact with you a little bit closer, and I cannot continue doing this long term without getting monthly supporters. So I'm going to close out the video with a short promotional offer. Those interested in preparing yourself for the tough financial times ahead should stick around. So this video today is brought to you by Birch Gold, one of your most trusted sources in adding gold to your investment portfolio, your 401k, and IRAs. It's a way that I can fund the ministry and offer a product I personally believe in. I am investing in silver myself. We live in very uncertain times, and we are seeing the shaking in the stock market, moving towards digital currencies, moving towards cryptocurrencies. People are moving away from the US dollar. A lot of nations are forming their own alliances around different currencies. And one way to secure your financial future is to make sure that you own gold. Gold and silver is a hot market right now, and that Birch Gold can't even keep up with all the different inquiries they're getting from customers all around the world. And why is this? Why is gold and silver so hot right now? Let me just show you a short article. Okay, CBS News did an article on this covering why gold and silver are hot right now. Just read a short paragraph. One reason investors are moving to gold currently to capitalize on the potential for future price growth. While gold's recent price trajectory is unusual, many analysts believe an upward trend in gold could persist for the near future. And there are a few factors driving it. For starters, sustained demand for investors and institutional buyers is pushing the price higher. So right now, gold is at all-time high prices, and gold remains a popular choice for those seeking to diversify their portfolio and protect their wealth. But beyond individual investors, central banks around the world are increasing their gold reserves, and this demand is not expected to wane anytime soon. I know Russia and the BRICS nations are backing their currency with gold as well. So just to get another two paragraphs, gold uses are expanding beyond traditional investments and jewelry markets. Technological advancements, particularly in electronics and renewable energy sources, are helping to increase the demand for gold. As these industries grow, demand for gold and technological applications may rise, adding upward pressure to its price. The finite nature of gold also plays a key role. Gold is a limited resource, and mining output has been relatively stable in recent years. With limited new supply entering the market and a continued demand for growth, many investors expect prices to keep climbing. In fact, some experts believe the price of gold could hit $3,000 an ounce very soon. Okay, so the demand for gold is increasing. Many people are turning that because of the tough financial times. Even large banks are scooping up gold. So real quick, all securities do come with risk. I am not a financial professional, so you're responsible to do your due diligence. But the people at Birch Gold will give you a great education on gold so that you can make an informed decision. Gold prices have beat the stock market for the last 20 years. So get your free promotional gold kit today. You can do that by going to birchgold.com/torn curtain. That's BIRCH gold.com/torn curtain. And I just believe that this was something that God led me to do, to partner with this company to help not only myself, but the church navigate these tough financial times. So do this today. I know one of my fans reached out to me by email, and she said, "This is a terrible decision. What are you doing? You shouldn't be telling people to invest in different things and stuff like that. Why would you do this? It's a bad decision." And I said to myself, I took some time to think about it and pray about it. And then I spoke with the people at Birch Gold. They're not looking for people to put their whole retirement account in gold and silver. But what they do want to do is for people to put a small percentage of their assets into precious metals like gold and silver. So people aren't putting their whole portfolio into this. They're not even putting 25% of their portfolio into this. But they're just trying to get people to diversify. And that is the key point to invest in. Okay. So diversify, because the point is that the American economy is very weak right now, as well as the U.S. dollar. So one way to protect against all that is to have a portion of your portfolio to be in gold. I know I saw recently President Trump has $250,000 in physical gold in his portfolio, and that's just a small percentage. It's a way that a lot of the rich people are preparing themselves in case the U.S. dollar crashes and stuff. So this is not going to be an overly risky type thing, although there is risk involved. But gold will always hold its value. It's done really well for the last 20 years. And again, people only put in a percentage of their investment portfolio in gold and silver. Okay, so thanks for watching today. I really appreciate that. Be blessed. Go to birchgold.com/torn curtain to get your free kit. Be blessed.